Okay, hello everybody. So today I wanted to do another part in this series that I was working on for planning my daughter's birthday party. Last time I showed you how I made the invitations myself. They weren't very fancy, but I made them and sent them out. I sent them out like 3 days after I intended to, but that's okay. They were sent out, so the invitations are done. I just wanted to go through how I plan parties because I love planning parties. I've been planning parties probably since I've been in middle school. So I try and get more and more organized with it as I go. So this is kind of what I've done. This is my current party planning book. I don't have anything fancy. It's just a journal with blank pages in it. And yes, it's my Hogwarts notebook that I got from the Wizarding World of Harry Potter when my husband and I went for anniversary. And for a long time I just let it sit on the shelf because I thought it was too beautiful to use, and then I got over it because journals are meant to be used. So this is what I'm using it for, and what I like about it is I keep the information in there, and I'll go through and show you like a sample of a previous party that I did, but then it becomes kind of like a keepsake. So even when I fill all of the pages up with parties that I've planned, I'll kind of keep it and use it as a reference. I'm already kind of using it as a reference as I plan parties, and I keep the invitations and all the information in there so I can go back and look and just kind of, you know, if I want to move it out, move an invitation out and into a scrapbook, it'll be here. I'll have at least one copy. So just to show you an example of how I go through and plan. Well, here's some of the parties that I've done. This was before I really knew how I was going to use this book, but this was last year when I was planning a gender reveal party, and I did, is it a witch or a wizard? And I picked a color scheme. It was black and gold, so this was the invitation and what the information was, and then I kind of had different pages for it. And then I did my daughter's second birthday, and this was the invitation. So that was for my daughter's birthday last year. This was an invitation I actually made myself. It's a very nerdy party, but I've kind of made it an annual thing. And it was, you know, nothing. I think when I actually, this was my sample, so when I actually did it, I used colored pens. That was when I made myself. This was for a Hermione dinner party. This, unfortunately, this invitation had to be folded because I made it too long, but that was for a Doctor Who themed party. I was planning for my friend's 30th birthday when she came to visit. So here's where I am right now. So this is my daughter's 3rd birthday. So how I set up the book is I just have the first page is what the party is and all the basic information. So the date and the time, how I'm going to make or where I'm going to order the invitations, the theme if there is one, and the colors. I usually like to have a color scheme to go with the theme. So since this theme is Ariel's Under the Sea Pool Party, I wanted to use Ariel's colors, so green and purple, and then I like to throw in at least a neutral, so I said tan. And then I kind of have a schedule-ish, but it's just so I kind of know, since I'm going to be hosting the party, kind of how I want the timeline to go. We decided that this party was going to go from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. because with the age group, we run into nap time, so the kids will start to be grumpy, including my own children. So we decided to do it a little bit earlier. So I wanted to make sure the food was ready by noon. At 1 o'clock we would do presents, and at 2 o'clock we would do cake to try and get it done a little bit earlier before the end of the party, just in case people need to leave early, because like I said, it's a young age group. So some people might need to leave early, and they might want to get the food and the presents and the cake out of the way so that they can leave. Opposite that page, I usually do a guest list right away, and that's part of the reason why I like using this book is I can go back to Riley's 2nd birthday party and reference that guest list, and then make, you know, any additions or subtractions. Like if somebody's out of town, I know that they won't be able to go, or if we've made new friends since then I can add to it. And how I make my guest list is I make it by the amount of invitations I need. So the number 1, like I always keep an invitation for myself, so on the first line I'll say number 1, and it's everybody in the family instead of just listing the number of people. So that was my guest list for this one. And then I do a menu. I kind of think about the theme, if I can do anything quick and easy. It's a pool party, so something that people can eat in between swimming sessions. On that same page, after I plan out the menu, I put to buy, not just food, but anything to help make the food. I saw on Pinterest doing watermelon cookies, which I'll link below if you're interested to see what that is. For that I would need a cookie cutter, and I decided to do a star cookie cutter so it looks like a starfish. So that would be something I need to buy because I don't own it. And then here I put invitation. I had a few extras, so I'll probably fill out this invitation and then just glue it or tape it into this book so I have it as a keepsake. And then any activities that I have planned, I just do little bullet points of brainstorming activities that we could do. It's a pool party, so we really don't need to plan that much stuff. And usually I put cake and presents in this category because it's still something that brings everybody together to do something at the same time. Same thing with the favors. Depending on when I pass out the favors or how I do it, I usually lump it into this category. And then down here I wrote the favors and ideas for favors. And then I do another to buy list. So if I need to buy anything for activities, like here I noted I might want to do coloring pages, then I would either need to print the coloring pages or buy coloring books and crayons somewhere. And then the same with the favors if I need to buy any favors. And then here I noted I wanted to get my daughter a new bathing suit because she doesn't have an Ariel bathing suit, and I thought it would be cute for her to have an Ariel bathing suit for her Ariel themed birthday party since she's the birthday girl. On the last page, these usually end up being a little bit blank. I like to have a miscellaneous page just in case there's something extra or something special about the particular party I'm throwing that doesn't fit into the other category, and then just a generic to-do list for it to blanket over like the whole party. So, and usually the number one thing I write in my to-do list as soon as I write to do is make a playlist, because I like to have music, and because it's a children's party I need to make sure I have children-friendly appropriate music playing, and I usually make that and put that on my iPod, and I have an iPod speaker. Well, just to finish up, that is how I plan my party. I've got to hurry because my little one is cranky. If you have certain tips or tricks that you use for planning your parties, please leave a comment below. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, and please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. That really encourages me to make more videos. Thank you for watching, and I will see you with my next video. Bye guys. So thank you very, very much for watching, and I will see you with my next, oh, she's so angry.